Alright, what's up guys? In my last video where I went to the lumberyard with Hicks, at the end of it I said to leave a comment with a question and I would do a Q&A. So this is going to be that video. There's quite a bit of comments, so I'm just going to comments with questions and I'm going to answer them until I get bored pretty much. So we'll get right into it. First question is from YouTube user Round. That's it, just Round. Alright. What is your favorite trick to do while riding? That changes a lot, and I think I'm going to have to go with nose manuals because it's always been my favorite trick. I love them, and I like the battle of like doing a long one or a super technical one. So nose manuals would probably have to be it, or tabletops. I really like tabletops. Next question is from YouTube user Kareem Roderick. He says, how much do you think a S13 2JZ full drift build like Formula D would the rough cost be? You didn't really make much sense, but he asked what the rough cost of a 2JZ S13 Formula drift build would cost. Now, I can't really answer that because I'm not a Formula drift driver, but I do have friends in FD, and I know that when you're building a competitive drift car, it'll cost around $100,000 to $150,000, which is fucking crazy. But yeah, that's about what it costs to build an FD car. Next question. Is your car completely straight piped? Yes, it is. It's a 2 3/4 straight pipe, and it's cut off underneath the rear sway bar. It just dumps to the ground. Oh, and that was from Cody Wiesbeck, YouTube user Cody Wiesbeck. Next question from Anthony. Bro, I don't know how to say your last name. It's crazy. But he says, how far do you think your BMX career will take you? I think this is pretty much it right here. You know, I'm doing the most. I've got a signature frame from my favorite bike company, which is Stranger. I've got a signature grip. They sell well. Thank you to everybody that's bought either one of those. Yeah, I mean, I'll be with Stranger forever. You'll never see me at another bike company. Primo and Lowtech, they're also great. My favorite companies. I won't ride for anybody else ever. Ever, ever, ever. Until I'm done with BMX, that is who I'll ride for. And they take great care of me, so I'm going to stick with them. Next question is from Marcos Lopez. What's your favorite trick and plans for the 240? Kind of already answered that, but my favorite trick is a nose manual. I love nose manuals. And plans for the 240 is pretty much just to finish it. I've been trying to finish it for some time now, but because of money, it takes a while. Probably do some power upgrades in the winter, and right now just trying to get all the cosmetic stuff done, paint, kit. Thank you to Jeff Stonebeck. He's sending me some wheels, so I'll have enough wheels for events. And yeah, pretty much just get a bunch of seat time all summer, and then regroup in the winter as far as like power upgrades, and that's probably it. Everything else is perfect. So yeah, and I'll be posting videos all summer and winter long with new stuff done to the 240 and a car check at 5,000 subscribers. So make sure to subscribe to see that car check. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the 240. Next question. When a BMX rider gets sponsored, does the company pay them? That all depends. When you first get sponsored, you usually get sponsored as a flow rider, where a company will give you some product and watch you build, you know, your following and grow into either you'll grow into like a pro rider, or you'll kind of just trickle out like a lot of people do. But as a flow rider, you get free product, and sometimes they'll take you on trips, include you in their content. And then you'll get the bump to pro, and when you do that, you start getting a little salary, and maybe some signature products, and then it just grows from there. Next question is from YouTube user James. Who drifts better, you or Marcus? And by Marcus, I think you're talking about Marcus Lyons. And it says, Tandems when he gets his Jay-Z car done, question mark. Marcus is better than me at driving. hands down. He's the one who got me into driving. He's really good. I love watching him drive. And when he finishes his car, yes, plenty of tandems, and I'm really excited for that. Hopefully, he'll have his car done in like a month or two. I follow him on Instagram. I drift PDX. I think that's what his Instagram is. Follow him. Next question from Normandy BMX. He says, "Hey, my question is, who was your first sponsor, and how old was you? P.S. I'm live in France. You're one of my favorite riders." Thank you. And my first sponsor was Low-Tech Shoes. I was 15 years old, and they've been taking care of me ever since. So shout out to Low-Tech and Rich Hirsch. Next question, YouTube user, my trendy username. What was the deal with the IS300 you had for like a month? I had that IS300 for like 6 months. It was fucking boring, and I sold it to finish this car, and it's still not finished. But that's why I sold it. And I still don't even have a daily. This is the only car I have, this 240. Hopefully I'll find some money and buy a daily, or a truck. I need a truck. Next question from YouTube user Nissan Pacific. When are you rolling up to Evergreen Drift with the S chassis? That's a good question. I don't know. I'd love to. I like that track. I know there's a lot of great drivers up there. Hopefully maybe this summer. Hit me up, Nissan Pacific, with a schedule for drift events. YouTube user Nate Hall asked, "Are you going to do any drifting videos with the 240? And how old were you when you did your first bar spin?" I did my first bar spin when I was 16, maybe 17. I can't remember, but I know I did it at Glendale Skate Park X Court in Arizona. That's where I did it for the first time. And yes, lots of drifting videos. I just have to finish the car and have money to go to events. It's expensive to go to a drift event. For a car like mine that's not even like anything special, it probably costs $500 a day just for tires, fluids, and to get there and drive. It's expensive. But I'm going to an event July 23rd. So yeah, I'll have a video from that event. Next question. YouTube user person186. How long have you been riding for, and when did you start? I started riding when I was 6 years old. So that would have been 1997. I started racing. And I raced until I was like 10. And then I started riding like trails and skate parks and stuff. And at the time, back then, in like the early 2000s, there wasn't very many young kids that rode BMX. So I always had to just hang out with the older guys and learn from them. Nowadays, there's so many kids that ride BMX, like you can go to school, there's kids that ride BMX at your high school or middle school, and that's awesome. I didn't have that when I was younger, so I just had to hang out with the salty older guys that were mean to me and picked on me. Next question. YouTube user Angel Garza, why did you shave? You look like a teenage boy now. Well, I don't know. I'll grow it back out for you, bro. I can't even get a whole beard if you can't tell. I can just get like a mustache and like a half-ass goatee. But I'll grow it out for you. YouTube user BMX Flavio, how much horsepower does your 240 have? That's a good question. It's never been dynoed, but it's just a stock VVTi 1J on like 12 pounds of boost with exhaust and minimal upgrades. So probably like 310 horsepower, I guess, if it's running really good. I'm not sure. But there's power upgrades coming soon. In like 6 months. More questions. YouTube user Ryan Cranage asks, favorite Australian rider? That would probably have to be Dane Searles. R.I.P. He was fucking crazy and he was a good dude. Rest in peace to Dane. YouTube user Dylan, what sparked your interest in drifting? That would have to be Marcus Lyons at iDriftPDX. We rode BMX together as kids, and then he got into drifting, and I watched him do it, and I thought it was fucking awesome. So then I got a 240, and now we're here. He's building a new car, I have my car, and fucking, I guess that was probably 10 years ago he started drifting, and here we are 10 years later, doing car stuff together still. More questions. YouTube user, the Levi Hikes Media, how did you get into riding BMX? I got into racing when I was 6. I lived in Montana, that's where I was born. And a kid in my kindergarten class raced BMX, and I wanted to get into it, so I got a bike. My aunt bought me my first bike. It was a Red Line Mini, one of the ones with like really skinny tires. And I started racing, and then I realized that racing was kind of whack and doing tricks was cooler. So that's why I do what I do now. I think that's pretty much it for the comments on this video. I wouldn't be opposed to doing this more often, so every once in a while I'll announce that I want to do one in a video, and then you leave the comments for the questions, and I'll answer them to the best of my capability. Yeah. Shout out to all of you guys for subscribing, watching my videos. I really appreciate it. Don't forget, if you don't already, to subscribe, like, comment. Tell me what you guys want to see. We're sitting in the car right now. There's no doors on it. We're getting ready for paint. And, yeah. July 23rd, first drift event. And I will make a sick-ass video from it, hopefully. And you guys will hopefully watch it. So until next time, thanks for checking it out. We'll talk to you guys later.